All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1082, Williams case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Williams, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I've been with the defendant for about 10 years now.
Okay.
We had children probably around my years, about 19, 20.
Okay, how old are they?
They're 8 and 5.
All right.
And right now, I'm an artist.
Today's case is packed with emotion, conflict, and a serious fight over parenting.mr. Williams has been raising his kids on his own for the past 3 years, and now he's asking for help from their mother. According to him, she's been absent when it really counts. But here's the twist. She works as an exotic dancer, a job that's brought unwanted attention and teasing for the kids at school. Tensions are running high in the courtroom. The big questions: who will the judge support? And how much of this comes down to money? Let's break it all down.
That's how I met her. She was stripping.
I'm an exotic dancer.
She was stripping, Your Honor.
I'm an exotic
And that's
dancer.
how I met her. They was playing me in the club. Because I'm an artist, like I said, Your Honor.
Oh, you
and
were...
she's the one slowing me down with the children.
Okay.
And so, like I said, we've been together for about 10 years now. We got an 8 and a 5-year-old, and she's never there to take care of them.
I'm there for my
I can't
kids.
even do what I can.
Excuse me, ma'am. Let him speak, and then I can assure you I'll get over to you. And do me a favor, you're making me dizzy rocking back and forth. Yeah, I know you're probably nervous. You know, everybody nervous when they come to court.
Yes, ma'am.
And you probably nervous looking at me. So it's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so children are 8 and 5.
Yes, ma'am.
She was working as an exotic dancer. You're an artist. You all live together.
We used to.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on.
Sorry.
How long ago did you all stop living together?
We stopped living together about, I want to say, 3 years ago.
All right. And where do the children live currently?
With me.
And they've been living with you for the past 3 years?
They've been living with
me.
She comes at 2 times of the week, take them to the park. She's taking them to get a kids meal, but I'm the one that's got to deal with the harassment because
I got to do what I got to do.
What?
Ma'am, what is it with today? Everybody want to interrupt each other.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. It's that simple.
I got you, Your Honor.
She's coming in with a kids meal, Your Honor, on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm doing the bond for my daughter on Thursday.
Okay.
You know, and getting them ready for school on Friday. And so that's what the problem is, like I said.
As Mr. Williams shares his side, you can really feel his frustration. He's juggling a full-time business and raising the kids on his own, while their mother only steps in occasionally, usually when she's not working. It's obvious he's worn down and at his limit, but here's where it gets complicated. He's asking for child support, even though he admits the kids have lived with him most of the past 3 years. His concerns about the mother not being around are understandable, but does that fully justify the financial support he's requesting? And how much does her job actually affect the kids? She's not very involved, that's clear, but his expectations are also pretty steep.
Stay together no more, and that's why I brought her to the court.
Okay, so you're asking for child support. Health insurance, what health insurance do you have for the children?
I don't have any health insurance right now, Your Honor.
Okay, so are they on Medicaid?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to mom?
Well, the kids are getting harassed in school right now.
Why are they being harassed?
Because she's stripping, Your Honor, and everybody knows it.
Okay, we're going to use exotic dancer because that's what she said her profession is.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I think out of respect, you should refer to it as what she calls it, okay? It's her career. It's what she does. So that's what we're going to refer to it as, okay?
Yes.
So the children are being made fun of at school because of what mom does for a living.
Yes.
Okay, she was doing that when you met her, right?
Yes, she was. Like I said, they was playing me in the club. And she's slowing me down, Your Honor.
How's she slowing you down? What you mean by that?
She's slowing me down because she's not taking care of the kids. She's popping in and out.
But how does that slow you down exactly?
It's slowing me down because I had a career, Your Honor.
Oh,
and
I see what you're saying.
I love barbering.
Okay.
But they gonna learn how to barber with me because they up there with me all the time. I need some help. And that's why we're here, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and they go to school during the day, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But on the weekends, they're with you at the barbershop.
Right. She gets them on Tuesday and Wednesday when she's off, but that's not enough.
Just Tuesday and Wednesday?
Just Tuesday and Wednesday.
They don't spend a night or anything like that?
Kids meal and park.
Okay.
Kids meal park.
That's what you're going
to
Excuse me. No, that's not what we're doing. You're not going to interrupt anymore.
If I'm lying, let them know if I'm lying.
You're not going to interrupt anymore. That's what we're not doing. Okay.
I apologize. I'm so sorry. Your Honor.
Stop.
Mr. Williams says his kids are being picked on at school, and he blames it on their mother's job. He feels it's causing real emotional harm, but she sees it differently. To her, this is just an attempt to shame her and criticize her lifestyle, but it's a tough moment that really forces us to think, is it fair to blame a parent's job for their children's struggles? And should personal choices be used against someone when deciding custody or child support? These are hard questions with no easy answers.
Because you keep doing it. Just don't do it. All right. Now.
You know I'm telling the truth, y'all.
Is there anything else you want me to know about the facts of this case? Not necessarily what she thinks or anything like that, because that has nothing to do with what I have to do up here.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so I can move over to her. Now it's your turn.
Yes. Hello, Your Honor.
Hi.
Yes, so I am here, not really sure why, because I take very good care of our children.
Well, you do know why. He just said he wants some help. You slowing him down. Mm-hmm. He can't cut hair the way that he needs to and make the money he needs to because the children are always with him.
I mean, they're not always with him. I do get them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. On my off days, that's something we agreed to because I am bringing in.
Hold on. Let me just clear something up. Those are only days you get them, right?
Well, like full time. I see my kids.
The mother takes the stand with confidence, but it quickly becomes clear her case isn't as solid as she thought. She says she supports the kids when they are with her, but those visits are rare. She seems to miss the bigger issue. Her children don't just need occasional outings or gifts. They need stability and consistent care. Even though she earns a good income, she hasn't been involved in their everyday lives. So now the big questions are, how much should her financial success factor into her role as a parent? And how much of that money should be going toward her kids' future?
Full time, from sun up to sundown, they're with me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
How many days in a week?
There's 7.
All right, so you see them 2. So 5 is majority of the time that they're with dad. So
well, I go over there and I check on them. Or am
I missing some days?
No, Your Honor, you're not. But I go over there and I check on them. But they do stay overnight with him on those other 5 days. I have them on the days that I'm fully off, and I can tend to them and get them the meals that they like and take them to the park. But I have to make money.
So he was telling the truth.
Well, not fully the truth, because I mean, you know, he's acting like I'm not there for him. He's complaining now. He didn't have any complaints whenever we got together.
We just established you are not there. They're with him 5 days a week. Excuse me. Mr. Williams, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told her. No interruptions.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, you don't have to thank me because you've been doing it. So no, that's not what we're doing. It is not to taunt him. It is just to make sure I give him the same treatment that I gave you. Okay. Now, he has not been dishonest thus far in what he said because you just confirmed it. Well, you get him on your off days, which is 2 days a week. The other 5 days they are with him. You do Happy Meals and park. He's taking them to school. He's feeding them. He's getting them dressed for school, getting them dressed for. Are they in any activities?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. School. My younger daughter, she's cheerleading.
But
okay, are you taking them to cheerleading?
I'm providing for them. Okay. He's not telling the financial part.
Okay, so let's talk about that then.
Yes.
How much money do you make?
I do very well.
That wasn't my question.
That's exactly what she told me.
Excuse me. I can't, write down very well on the child support order. I need to know how much you make in a dollar amount.
$180K a year.
$180K a year.
Yes.
How much of that $180,000 are you giving dad?
Well, not necessarily giving that, but on my children, because I don't give it directly to him. I take care of my children.
Wait a minute, hold on. The kids are 8 and 5.
Right.
So you got to give it to him. So what are you giving him to provide for the kids?
Well, I wasn't giving him anything to provide for the kids. When I check on my kids, I do for my kids, and I buy my kids
What
stuff.
does that mean?
That means like I provide things for.
Fills the courtroom as emotions boil over. The mother tries to justify her actions, but the facts are hard to ignore. She's only had the kids part-time. Meanwhile, Mr. Williams has been the one doing the heavy lifting, putting his own time and energy into raising them full-time. Despite having a solid income, the mother has been hesitant to contribute financially. But this isn't just about money. It's about showing up, taking responsibility, and recognizing that one parent can't do it all alone. So the real question is, does her career explain her lack of involvement, or is she simply choosing to put herself first?
When they're in my care, that's when I provide for them. But
2 days a week in your care, right?
Well, full time.
We've established that.
Yes.
So what do you do beyond that?
But I can't imagine giving this man any amount of money that I work hard for, and he talking about this stripper, this and that. I'm an exotic dancer, but he didn't have that problem when we got together. And the years that we were together, he wasn't complaining then. But as regarding my children, I take very good care of them. I just can't imagine the hard work that I do. That's why my knee is messed up now, because I had an injury at work. And he knows that. And then he's begging for money. I take care of my children. My children have no wants.
Begging. He's not. He is not. He is not begging. He is telling you to do what you should do anyway as a parent.
But you're not in private, Your Honor. He's trying to get back with me.
Here, 1 second. Hold on. Shh. It doesn't matter. That has no bearing on child support. What he says to you, what he says about you, doesn't make any never mind to me. What you say about her, what y'all's conversations are, that has no never mind, has nothing to do with child support. Right, okay? It's not a but. Let me ask you a question, because I don't want to derail this conversation in this case, because I have some more that I need to get to today. Now, if you're making $180,000 a year, why aren't these children on any type of health insurance?
Well, the profession that I have, there's...
Now comes the tough part, the judge's decision. It's a major blow for the mother. She's ordered to pay $2,576 a month in child support. And here's what stings. She makes $180,000 a year, yet until now, she's barely helped out financially. This ruling changes that. The kids will finally get the support they need, and the mother is being held accountable. The big question now, how much of that money will truly go toward the children's well-being? Either way, the judge has made it clear, it's time for her to step up. No more excuses.
Offered, and I mean...
Well, it doesn't have to be. You're considered a independent contractor, right?
Right.
That means you can get private health insurance.
Well,
did you know that?
I'm not really sure how to go about doing that.
You can Google and say to the internet how to find private health insurance.
Right.
I'm trying to see but
he has his own barbershop, and through the barbershop, I figured he's complaining about I don't spend time enough with him. He can figure that part out.
Okay, hold on.
I can take my kids to the doctor, pay the copay out of cash.
Tension rises in the courtroom as the mother continues to defend herself, even in the face of clear evidence. She argues that she shouldn't be blamed for not providing financial support while managing her career as an exotic dancer. But the reality is hard to ignore. 2 days a week isn't enough, especially when she's earning more than enough to contribute meaningfully. What's even more surprising, she hasn't even covered basic needs like insurance for her kids. Despite her comfortable salary, her defensive stance raises a serious question. Is she simply avoiding responsibility? Or is she so focused on her own life that she can't see what her children truly need?
Insurance for what? I mean...
Well, child support for what? Because you're definitely getting ready to pay. How about that?
Wait.
Yes, no, it's not a waste. No, ma'am. You came here to waste my time. You did come here to waste my time. You make $180,000 a year, and you have not been doing what you need to be doing for these children. You don't pay for cheerleading. You pay for Happy Meals, and I can't even say you pay for the park because the park is free.
Your Honor, I just want to say, and he's talking about my kids being teased at school and all of that. No, he's the one being teased. He's the one that is brainwashing them to believe this stuff and want to turn my kids against me because I don't want to be with him any longer. That's the ultimate problem. That's why we're here. Because before this, Mr. Williams didn't have any problems with me financially, taking care of my kids, providing.
Your Honor, this is exactly why we're not staying
and you go do what you need to go do those 2 days a week. That was our agreement. Now you want to bash me and make it seem like I'm not there for our children?
2 days out of the week, Your Honor.
No, it's not 2 days.
2 days out of the week, and she yelling full time.
Okay, but what about that day you had an appointment and I had to watch them?
What about the day you left the kids at the house to go out with your friends?
You know what? See, you always bringing up old stuff. You know, you always going, Your Honor, at the end of the day, I make very good money. I do very well.
The mother reaches a breaking point, accusing Mr. Williams of turning the children against her. But instead of helping her case, the emotional outburst only highlights how off track things have become. At this point, it's clear this isn't just a legal fight. It's deeply personal. What's most painful, though, is that she seems to be missing what really matters: her kids. They're not asking for gifts or occasional outings. They are asking for consistency, emotional support, and a mother who's truly there. The question now is, can she recognize that? Or is she too caught up in the emotions of a broken relationship to focus on what her children truly need?
And now he wants to complain now, and I just don't know what to tell him. You know? But our kids is not an issue. They love me dearly. Please tell Your Honor, please tell her how much the
Your
kids
Honor, I don't have
love
to
me. They talk
brainwash
about
them.
me.
I don't have to
in a
brainwash
good
them.
way.
They already know.
No. They
'Cause
talk about me in a
school.
good way. They love their mother dearly because I'm there for them. What memories are you making with them? Do they tell you how they act at the park?
Hold on.
They love the park.
Here's the memory we're getting ready to make because I made my ruling. You have capped out, according to Texas guidelines, your gross is $9,200 a month. Child support is set at $2,300. You're going to do a reimbursement to Medicaid for $276, making your monthly child support payment $2,576.
That's how much you got to pay.
No, that's how much you got to pay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The children live with him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't see the celebration.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. What happened to the celebration? Because you're the one that's paying that $2,576. The children live with him. He should not pay you anything.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I said I made my ruling, so I really don't have to hear anything further. Did you have any questions about that number?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. If there's nothing further, the both of you are dismissed.
Oh, you wait till you get back.
The drama comes to a close with the judge delivering a clear and firm ruling. Setting child support at $2,576 a month sends a powerful message. Being a parent comes with real, non-negotiable responsibilities. With heavy hearts, both parents leave the courtroom, but the decision stands. This wasn't just about money. It was a reminder that the most valuable thing a parent can give isn't cash. It's time, consistency, and emotional support. If this case gave you something to think about, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and subscribe for more real-life courtroom moments.